right. This is Lexington, Mississippi, and it's about 2.4 miles in size, and it is the county seat of the county of Holmes County in Mississippi. Holmes County was organized in 1833, and the city slash town of Lexington was established in about 1836. The estimated population of this town in 2018 was around 1,500 people. However, at the heights, around 1950, the population was said to be around 3,198, which is about 3,200 people. The dynamics of that, the majority being 80% black people, 17% white people, and about 2% mixed. The Asian and Indian population is less than 0%. It's probably 0.6, I think, for Indian. I forgot what Asian was. Maybe somewhere around the same number. But, a little history on it. The city of Lexington, man, it was founded by European settlers in 1836 after most of the Choctaw people who had long occupied this area were forced to give up their land to the United States and move to Indian Territory. Over the next few decades, this land would greatly be known for cotton plantations due to its location in accordance to the Delta of Mississippi. If you're familiar with the Delta of Mississippi, it's a lot of flat land, a lot of cotton, beans planted there, a lot of corn, and that's why the Delta is so, infamous. After the Civil War, many freedmen in Holmes County, who made up the majority of the population, joined the Republican Party, surprisingly, because everybody, goes along with the Democrats these days. But these freedmen who were, straight from the Civil War, they joined the Republican Party and elected a lot of politicians and law enforcement individuals who aligned with their best outlook for free melanated people. These melanated individuals who were elected through political clout were eventually able to become educated and, eventually become landowners and sold timber from their lands to increase their investments and profits. However, as always, the oppressors around 1890 found a way to put an end to this political leverage that was enabled by voting and creating barriers that would eventually lead to political figures being voted in that did not align with beneficial views for the melanated, and as a result, most of the melanated people lost their own land. So within a generation, these successful landowners had regressed from the status of sharecroppers to tenant farmers, aka people that paid money to rent the same land that they worked on. That's what a sharecropper is, or a tenant farmer rather. And it's quite shameful that they got bamboozled out of their land like that and became, renters on their own land that they had bought through hard work and shit, man. But in the early 1900s, Mississippi plantation owners recruited Chinese workers to satisfy their increased demand for farm labor, and some came to Holmes County, i.e. Lexington, Chula, a lot of the little Delta areas that, had plantations at that time. However, around the same time, the infestation of the boll weevil insect rolled around, depleting the crop supply, and later the introduction of machines that could do double or more of the work that humans could eventually led to the decline of physical worker necessity and caused many to leave the South. Because, if they don't have any work for you anymore and there's mostly nothing but fields around that area, what are you going to do for money? So, along with the lynchings and the Jim Crow law introduction, the North just seemed more handsome to many melanated former Southern residents, i.e. inhabitants, leading to a further decrease in the population of Holmes County. In the 1940s, 2 lynchings of black men took place in the courthouse square that you'll see in this video, and the blues singer, B.B. King, he would recount his testimony of having seen the spectacle during his time he lived in the town from 1942 to 44. Yeah, B.B. King lived in Lexington from 1942 to 1944. contrary to, what people believe, him just being a Clarksdale man or whatever it was, Indianola. Yeah, he lived in Lexington too. So, two other notable figures from Lexington were Arenia C. Mallory, a music teacher who moved from Illinois and established the still existing Saints Academy in the 1900s, which was and still is an African-American established junior college, 1st through 12th grade school, and a preschool. And a staple of melanated history still to this day to those in the know. In the 1960s, Dr. Mallory was appointed by President John F. Kennedy to national positions and committees in the federal government. That's cool for an African-American lady at that time, man, early 1900s. So the other quite notable person that called Lexington home was a white lady named Hazel Brannon Smith from an upper-class family. I think they were from Chicago as well. And her importance is based in the fact that she owned and published several newspapers in the rural areas, and she prompted integration and change during the Civil Rights era. She even won a Pulitzer Prize in 1964 for her editorials. And coincidentally, Mrs. Smith, she even did an article on my great-grandfather, who was killed by Lexington police back in the day. I think I might do a piece on that where I just read the article about my grandfather getting killed by Lexington police around that time. As far as education goes in Lexington, there are about 4 schools in Lexington, 3 of which being private schools, which is William Dean Elementary, Saints Academy, and Central Holmes Christian Academy, which were Central Holmes Christian Academy was an established segregation academy in 1967. So the whole premise of this school was to be a separate school for white people to go to. Yep. The only public school in Lexington is Holmes County Central High School, which was formerly known as J.J. McLean High School, which I attended as well. In modern times, the town has made a great decline in its prominence, man. Just as many other small towns and small establishments, because of the decline in economically sustainable jobs in the area, in alignment with the increase of cost of living, in modern times. Most of the manufacturing establishments are a fraction of what they used to be in the area. And to counter these realizations, many inhabitants just choose to relocate for more employment opportunities or make the extensive commute daily if they choose to still live in Lexington. Like we have a Nissan plant that's about an hour away, if an hour. But, a lot of people just make commutes like this, or some may go to Greenwood, some may go to Winona to work, just manufacturing jobs, and just bring that money back home to where they live, man. And with the declines in sustainable work in the area, the increase in crime, is almost inevitable. And this small establishment here is no exception to that reality. Violence, shootings, drugs, addiction, and every other crime of desperation and frustration have also nestled here, and it's kind of taken away from the quality of life of the long-time and inhabitants of the area. But, still some kind of way people remain there. I guess it's just you're so comfortable with things that you've been around so long, man. You just kind of wait it out, man, and, make the best of your small little plot of land or whatever little neighborhood you live in. You just try to maintain that. But I just wanted to do a little piece on my hometown, man, because I never really see any videos about it or, no real history on it. But I just wanted to give y'all a little visual of my town, man, ride y'all around, man, show y'all a few spots where I did some fishing, did some shooting of BB guns, did some riding of bicycles, where I attended school and ran around in the parking lot during the football games on Friday nights. The one grocery store that we had after our town flooded back in the day. We had I think it was like a dam break down on the downtown part of our town, man. The whole town flooded. We used to have a Piggly Wiggly there, but now it's just one grocery store, which is Sunflower. We got a Church's, a Sonic, we got a Double Quick, we have a Pizza Time as far as food goes. Got a few little mom and pop restaurants, man. Few convenience stores, maybe what, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 convenience stores, 1 hospital, which is the university that was bought out, by the university. It used to be Methodist. My grandmother worked there for over 25 years and retired from there. Some of my neighborhoods, my homes that I lived in, I put those in the video, man. But yeah, man, appreciate you riding with me through my hometown, man, checking us out, man. All right, peace, man. One time for Lexington. Peace.